Livery design number 7 of 10, the Aston Martin AMR 23. Let's have a look at this green goblin, see what I think of the real thing, and most importantly, my rendition, my take on it. Not many more of these redesign videos left to go. Let's get it. I don't need to repeat myself too much. Okay, yes, it does look very similar to last year's version. There has been a slight stripping back of the highlight colour, and it appears to be, maybe I'm wrong here, but it appears to be more yellow than lime. Now, if you look at Aston Martin Racing, they have their deeper, darker green, but they also have this brighter lime. Again, I could be wrong here, but they seem to have just gone yellow for the highlight colour here, which again swooshes underneath the cognizant, just like it did last year, very similar to what we see from Mercedes and Petronas and we have seen for years. But they've dropped it from the fin. It is essentially a one colour design with that little highlight, but Aston Martin have done well to preserve a lot of, you know, paint vinyl on the car, to be fair to them. Especially when you look at the side profile, it looks like a full colour car. It doesn't look, at least, like this car has any problem with the weight of its vinyl. But then again, I suppose the front and rear wing are completely carbon. You've got, you know, black on the halo, which looks like black, not actually carbon, and you've got a bit of carbon innards of the side pods, which look really deep actually. This car looked fantastic last year, and I've got to say, this particular angle today is the best I've seen of any 2023 or even 2022 car. It looks absolutely phenomenal from this angle. This is certainly up there in the title fight for me. The title of my favourite livery, that is. Not the championship. I mean, maybe. There's good rumours coming out of Aston Martin at the minute, so who knows? Fernando Alonso, he's capable of pulling worldy results out of not so worldy cars. But I'm sure you've seen the real thing already, so let's take a look at my redesign, my version of the 2023 Aston Martin. So as you can see, I have brought the lime back in a big way. You can see like mine is more, it's got a bit of green to it. It's kind of in between the green and the yellow. But yeah, I've introduced a lot more of it to the car. It's very much been stripped back from the real thing to make it simpler. And I just wanted to bring it back again, just to do something different. We've got these highlights kind of throughout, whether it's the 3 that you can see from the side profile, as well as a little bit on the rear and front wing, both top of the front wing and the end plates. I've also put a bit of green on the front wing and on the top of the rear wing, because why not? Also the Aramco sponsorship on the back of the rear wing. I've dropped the blue-green fade that they have on their logo because it just doesn't look very nice in my opinion. Come to the wheels, and I've decided on a kind of subtle pattern using the Aston Martin kind of wings in a kind of 4-prong. Played around with the colours a little bit, and I found this was my favourite result. Aston Martin on the side pod as well. I've been a bit McLaren-esque with the, you know, Juniper, Crypto, Sentinel 1 kind of in a strip. I think that positioning works quite well because it isn't too undulating. Number 38, blackout circle, carboned out a lot of the halo as well. And yeah, otherwise sponsor placements all pretty similar. The Aston Martin logo, I've got the full colour on the side, but then I've got the neon green on the nose because I thought it looked cool. I want to lean into the neon a bit more as a highlight colour. We don't have enough colour on the grid, and as much as the Aston Martin looks stunning, its green isn't the brightest, isn't going to really pop off on camera, so bringing in more neon is going to help that. You might notice as well, the carbon comes up at the back towards the rear wheel because of the advice I got from Lou McEwen. The response to that McLaren video was incredible, so thank you so much, honestly. It's mad to get an opportunity like that. I want to make the most of it, and I want to make sure that whatever I'm creating, I'm not just doing it for the sake of it. I want to make something that's actually going to be interesting and actually have conversations that I want to have with people in the industry, because the way I've always done this channel is that I'm just going to make videos about things that I find interesting and hope you will as well, and sometimes you won't, and that's okay. But yeah, there it is. Is it an upgrade on the real thing? Look, I love the real thing. So to be honest, I would say no. There's certainly more design going on with my version, but does it elevate the car? I guess from a standout point of view, this car will stand out more on the grid than the real thing. So I think from that perspective, I'm the winner. But aesthetically, I would say I prefer the real thing. But again, let me know in the top comment, are you team real or are you team Tommo? Next we have Ferrari. I've pretty much finished that livery and I need to get that recorded ASAP because today is the Alpine launch, so the final car's already coming out. I'm a bit behind now. Thank you for giving me your time. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more. My name is Tommo. Thanks again. Have a good one. Ta-da.